text
I would
Kouri?
text Kouri, sorry, he's taken longer than I thought.
And you deleted all of those texts?
Of course.
Did you ultimately meet up with Robert Crozier at the Draper that second time?
Yes.
What happened when you met up?
Same routine. He'd come up to the car, I'd give him the money, he'd leave again for 20, 25 minutes, then he'd come back. And then he'd give me the little clear baggie with pills in it, and then we'd go our separate ways.
Can you please describe the baggie?
Clear little baggie. Just a small little clear baggie. As if you were putting an extra button in it.
Same as last time?
Yes.
Do you recall about how many pills?
15 to 20. I never stopped and counted them, but that's what he told me was in the baggie.
Were they round again?
Yes.
What color were they?
A lighter blue.
Once you received the pills from Robert Crozier, what did you do?
Text Kouri and told her I was headed back up Provo Canyon. And sorry it was getting late, so what does she want me to do with them?
Okay. Did you text with Kouri Richins on your way back up Provo Canyon to Heber?
Yes.
When you got back up to Heber, what did you do?
Oh, went to my house in Heber.
Did you still have the pills with you?
Yes.
What ultimately did you do with the pills?
Well, it was Nancy that drove me, so I had taken her to my house. Oh, wait, hold on, I'm getting confused. Hold on a sec.
Take a minute.
This is a lot. Hold on. Okay, sorry. You can repeat the question.
So, sure. The second buy from Robert Crozier, you went back up Provo Canyon to your house in Heber. Nancy Peterson was driving, right?
Yeah.
And you had the pills with you when you arrived back at your home in Heber. And the question is, what did you do with the pills?
I had them with me.
Did you hold on to them?
Yes, I did.
For how long?
I had given Nancy a couple for taking me, because that was her drug of choice at the time. Not very long.
What did you do with them?
I reached out to Kouri and asked her what she wanted me to do with them, because I didn't like having them on me.
What did she respond?
That she would come pick them up.
Did she?
Yes, she did.
Where did she pick them up?
In my house, in Heber, in my driveway.
Is longer, I need you to speak up.
She picked them up in my house, in my driveway, in Heber.
Okay, so we've been through the first purchase from Susan Kohler, then the first purchase from Robert Crozier, the second purchase from Robert Crozier.
Yes.
And that second purchase was the end of February?
Yes.
Before Eric Richins' death, did you buy any other drugs from Robert Crozier?
Yes.
Before Eric Richins' death?
Oh, no. There were just... Wait, now you confused me. Can you ask
Sure.
me again?
Miss Lover, my apologies. Pause for 1 second. pull that mic a little closer to you. We're having trouble hearing you. If you would re-ask that question, Mr. Bloodworth, please.
Yes. You testified about 2 drug buys from Robert Crozier, right?
Yes.
Other than those 2 drug buys, before Eric Richins' death, did you ever buy drugs from Robert Crozier before?
Have I ever bought any from him?
Do you remember when Eric Richins died?
Early March?
Before Eric died, how many times did you buy drugs from Robert Crozier?
Twice.
Any more than twice before Eric died?
No,
those
just
2
the
times?
twice.
Before Eric died, have you ever been, other than those 2 times, to the Maverick and Drake?
No.
You just said Eric died in early March, right?
Yes.
Do you recall when you learned that Eric died?
It was one of Doreen's employees that had told me that Eric had passed away.
And do you recall how soon after Eric's death she told you that?
It was a day or 2 after.
Did you ever speak with Kouri Richins about Eric's death?
Yes, I did.
When?
A couple of days after.
Where were you when you spoke with Kouri Richins the first time about Eric's death?
I was with my friend Nick, and we were on our way to do a UA for drug court.
Is Nick Bonsavage?
Yes, it is.
And the UA again is a urinalysis.
Yes, it is.
So you and Nick were together. Were you on a way? Were you driving to the UA?
Yes.
When you had that conversation with Kouri Richins about Eric's death, were you on speakerphone?
Yes.
Could Nick hear the conversation?
Yes.
Did you ask Kouri Richins about Eric's death?
Yes, I did.
What did you ask her?
I said, please tell me these pills were not for him.
Did she respond?
She did.
How did she respond?
She said, no, they were not. Eric passed away from a brain aneurysm.
Did there come a time after that conversation where you asked whether Eric died from those pills? Or you asked Kouri Richins whether Eric died from those pills? Did there come a time after that conversation when Kouri Richins again asked you to purchase drugs from her?
Yes.
How did she ask you?
She asked me if I still had the hookup or my friend.
Scott, can I get 2-44? If you look down that column labeled description, Ms. Lauber, do you recognize that as a text exchange between you and Kouri Richins?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Is this an accurate text exchange? An accurate depiction of the text exchange?
Yes, it is.
And did it occur on March the 7th, March the 6th and into the 7th, 2022?
Yes, it is.
Does it accurately show the type of message and whether it's an incoming message or an outgoing message?
Yes, it does.
Does it actually accurately show the sending party, the from party, and the receiving party, the to party?
Yes.
Your Honor, the state moves 2-44 into evidence.
Objection, Your Honor. Celebrate extraction has not been admitted into evidence, and she cannot identify a celebrate extraction where it came from.
Please.